What if I told you that doctors once treated alcohol addiction with cocaine and heroin addiction with more heroin? Welcome to the bizarre world of early addiction treatment, where good intentions met catastrophically bad science. Today, we understand addiction as a complex medical condition requiring evidence-based treatment. But just over a century ago, doctors were flying blind, armed with little more than guesswork and dangerous substances. In the 1880s, Sigmund Freud championed cocaine as a miracle cure for morphine addiction. He called it a magical substance and prescribed it freely. Patients would trade one addiction for another, often ending up worse than before. Freud himself became dependent on cocaine while researching its effects. Meanwhile, the Bayer Company marketed heroin as a non-addictive alternative to morphine in 1898. They literally named it heroin because it made patients feel heroic and strong. Doctors prescribed it for everything from coughs to addiction recovery. Within 2 decades, they realized they'd created an even more dangerous problem. The early 1900s brought equally wild approaches. Some doctors believed addiction was a moral failing requiring punishment rather than treatment. Others tried everything from electric shock therapy to induced vomiting. One popular method involved locking patients in padded rooms until they detoxed, often without medical supervision. Dr. Charles Townes opened luxury addiction clinics in the 1900s, treating wealthy patients with his secret formula. His miracle cure contained a deadly cocktail of belladonna, hyoscyamus, and other toxic plants. Patients experienced hallucinations, seizures, and sometimes death. Yet Townes became famous and wealthy promoting his dangerous methods. Perhaps most shocking was the ice water treatment of the 1920s. Doctors believed sudden temperature changes could shock the addiction out of patients. They'd submerge people in freezing water or pack them in ice. Many patients died from hypothermia or cardiac arrest. The temperance movement brought its own peculiar solutions. Some advocates promoted drinking your own urine as a cure for alcoholism. Others suggested eating raw vegetables exclusively or standing on your head daily. It wasn't until the 1930s that doctors began understanding addiction as a medical condition rather than a character flaw. Alcoholics Anonymous formed in 1935, introducing the revolutionary idea that peer support could aid recovery. The 1950s brought the first evidence-based treatments. Researchers discovered that certain medications could ease withdrawal symptoms safely. Psychological therapy began replacing punishment-based approaches. Today's addiction treatment combines medication, therapy, and social support. We've learned that recovery is possible with proper medical care and understanding. These early attempts remind us how dangerous good intentions can be without scientific evidence. Every medical breakthrough we take for granted today emerged from this dark period of trial and error.